Yeah. Hey. Need something?
Welcome back, my friend. Tell me what you learned. Your arrival is fortuitous, as I have only just returned myself. Were you able to make contact with the rebels? Did you meet with Arana? I sensed some deception, but her illusion is powerful. How else did she hide her nature from me? As for Arana, do you think we can convince her and her rebels to join our cause? You spoke to Rodda. Did he... No matter. If Rodda al-Siran is here, our time grows short. Talk to Kadok. If he deems what you tell him worthy, maybe he'll find... It was only a matter of time before Rodda and I crossed paths again. I just didn't think it would be this soon. Rodda al-Siran and I... we have a complicated history. There was a time when Rodda and I stood united in purpose, to preserve the lives and welfare of vampires. Then, as now, our kin suffered under Molag Bol's curse, and the cruelty of mortal hunters. Not exactly. At least, not all at once. When I first met Rodda, he was immensely proud, but utterly consumed by his failures. Yes, his bloodlust gave way to introspection, and introspection led to study. He was already a peerless scholar. All Onse were, but he became fascinated with vampire texts. Eventually, vampiric salvation. To accomplish this, he needed to break Molag Bol's hold over us and stop mortals from hunting us. I counseled peace with mortals, and for a while, I was. And even now, centuries later, I still carry that shame. The Raven Watch is more than a noble house and a fellowship of good vampires. It's an atonement. For things I failed to do, friends I failed to save.
Sentry Bodful sent word. The Grey Host is...
I'll hear no more of this! Go! I want to talk to the outsider. The outsider returns? But are you a true warrior? Or a parasite like these damned leeches? Did you do as Lady Belaine asked? Did you deal with the Rana? Tell me you have her head in your pack. That's not what you are asked to look into. Still, it confirms my own suspicions about my own keep witch. Don't look so surprised. I'm not half... Allow! I can count on 3 fingers the number of people I allow in Understone Keep. The rest, they come and go as they please. Let me tell you about the Ember Dance. We grab a handful of hot coals and dance on a bit of straw. These coals burn, Rover, right to the bone. But if you drop even one, the straw alights, and the flames take all of you to Molech Ball. Do you see? Belaine's a hot coal. So I grip her tight. I'm going to sharpen my sword. And wait. If you and the Noble plan to fight the Grey Host, I won't stop you. But remember, Markarth is more than dwarven stones and high wall. Still begging! I should have the tongue ripped from your head and... God damn it, Rover. A favor for a favor, aye. That's the Reach way. All right, tell the Noble. You think I'm foolish to keep Lady Belaine close, don't you? It takes a bit of foolishness to rule this place, don't you know? You tell this high elf of yours. I'll see him if he wants. That's a title given to me by outsiders. I use it to frighten the neighbors and keep away the riffraff. I'm the Ard of Markarth. Leovic. You ask more questions than my third wife. Leovic's clan, my clan, squabbled over the scraps after Varan murdered my cousin. Pretty soon, they came to take my city. So I bound their ankles and tossed them all to the rocks, head first. All that were left, aye, and the word is executed, not murdered. An Ard offers food, freedom, and protection with his right hand. With his left, he promises cruelty and... No, that story's far worse. And no.
I've been watching, but Lady Belaine hasn't returned to Understone Keep yet. I wonder how the Ard plans to deal with her. Speaking of Ard Kadok, will he meet with me now? Will he help us stop Rada al-Saron and the Grey Host? Well, that's some progress, at least, and farther than I was able to get on my... Your investigations uncovered that Ard Kadok's advisor, Lady Belaine, is working with the Grey Host, and that she's a vampire. To hide that from me takes great power. Tell me exactly what you heard during... With your warning, Ard Kadok can decide what to do with Lady Belaine's advice in the future. As to why they care that Reach folk gather within the city, I'll need to think about that. Did you hear anything else of significance during... Rodder tried to use dwarven devices once, but nothing came of it. Interesting. As I toured the city, I met Nolavan. He works with dwarven scrap in the southeast section of Markarth. Maybe he can lead us to this keystone before Lady Belaine acquires it. Despite occupying the ruins of their lost civilization, few Reach folk want anything to do with dwarven devices. That's why Nolavan intrigued me. While you deal with him, I'll seek out Arana's rebels. And so I shall, briefly. Kadok has a city full of Reach folk to deal with, so I don't want to unduly distract him. Then I need to locate Arana. If we can get the rebels to work with us against the Grey...
Despite the bite of 100 arrows, he fought till death he met. Let all remember Val's reign, for it dwells in the heart.
I'm not sure who you are. You approach with purpose, Wanderer. Hircine has sent you to me for a reason, it would seem. My apprentices should return shortly. I sent them to retrieve the Querina's dead. I feared it was so when she did not answer my summons, but I prayed I was wrong. Hircine will guide her to the hunting grounds, and she will find her place. You say you recovered the relic? Aye, that is the relic, simple though it may appear. Rockebeg is but one aspect of Hircine, known also as the Mighty Bear. And I thank you for that, Wanderer. May the Huntfather guide your path, and lead you to the most worthy prey, Wanderer. Ardkadak granted us this hall to establish a shrine to honor Hircine. I sent my apprentices to retrieve the symbols of the 5 aspects. Hircine the Huntfather has many names, but only 5 aspects. Alrebeg, Storebeg, Gulabeg, Rockebeg, just Edola, with the symbol of Alrebeg. But this shrine will not be complete without... I certainly hope not, but they've been gone so long. If you run...
Bet there's a great tavern around here.
Finally, someone who looks strong enough to actually help.
It's good to see you again. Were you successful in... Ah, I suppose you did. Sticky, isn't it? Lovely. I'll make sure it gets to my contacts as soon as possible. Here, you earned this. I'm sure you'll need some of it to pay to get your pack cleaned. I could use your help, if you have the time. Your talent